Hey everyone, and welcome to Ultimate TV Verse Podcast. This is me, Steven, and my co-host, Chris.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about two episodes of Firefly, episode 3 and 4. Episode 3 is Bushwacked, and episode 4 is Shindig. So, episode 3 from IMDb, the summary says, Serenity is pulled in by an Alliance cruiser while investigating a spaceship that was attacked by Reavers. Simon and River must hide to prevent capture, or something's wrong with the lone survivor of the attacked spaceship. That's pretty much it. That's all it says.
So this is the one that which is really cool. I love this aspect that they added to it. But the first part I wanted to start with, because we'll get to that one. The Reavers are just like one of my favorite elements of this series because of their kind of unpredictableness. But the first part is when it opens, they come in and just Wash gets one of his like classic lines. They're playing that little basketball thingy game. I don't know, ball through hoop, whatever. And alarms go off, right? And I love it. He's just like, they're all playing, even the pilot. So they're all playing this little ball through hoop game. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. I did see that. That was very weird. But go ahead.
It's space. Just accept it. These things happen.
I did not understand it. I know like it was some basketball of some kind, but it's
actually a spin-off of an old Aztec sport.
Oh.
Yes, it actually does have a history to it. It was actually an Aztec sport where they had this heavy ball they kidded, and then if the team lost, they got sacrificed. Happy ending.
Oh well, obviously no one got sacrificed in this part.
Right. Right. So they start. They're all playing, and the alarms go off. And Wash, in a classic comedic style, Alan Tudyk is just hilarious. So you just hear Alan Tudyk, who plays the pilot, Wash. Oh God, who's flying this thing? We're all gonna die. No, oh my God, we're all gonna die. Who's flying this Oh, wait, that's me. Like that line. And then they encounter the derelict ship. So did you get the jump scare? Did you jump on that jump scare?
I don't remember.
Where the body hits the windshield.
I don't know if I did.
You don't remember?
My memory was bad. I think probably did jump.
This one's got a few good little jump scares in it.
Yeah, this was a very creepy episode. But
like it showed Mal's cleverness too. Like this, you kind of start seeing the like more picture of Mal, and you actually kind of see more of how he thinks, where he comes from, and the way he is about protecting the people he cares about, and even just people. Even though he kind of like does that feign, well, I'm going to pretend like I don't care, but yeah, he cares. So what did you think of like the sets on that episode? Like the derelict ship? I was going to see, did you like actually notice how like atmospheric and deep the sets were?
Yeah, it did remind me very much like of Aliens. Alien, the first one.
That's exactly what I was about to say. They left it like nice and dark with the gloom, but like enough light. You could tell what's going on, but it's got that like air about it. And it really left you that suspense. I thought that was really good use of the limited space of that set. And when Jane tricks Simon into going over onto the derelict, where he tricks him out, he's like, yeah, Mal wants you over there.
Oh yeah.
And he puts on the suit wrong.
That was really messed up how Jane...
And Kaylee's like, you got
Such
it
a
on
chick.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like then I was just like, oh Jane. That was that was the oh classic Jane.
And the funny thing is that they didn't even have to put the suits on because it was able to breathe in the
Yeah.
ship.
Oh yeah. That was like because I had to give it up to Jane for that one. That one was almost as good as Mal's Kaylee's dead. Almost. And like the Kaylee and Simon romance thing that you see going on in those scenes was really good. I thought it really fleshed out characters really well. But then it turns dark. Like
Yeah.
it starts getting really dark because they find all the good stuff and everything.
Yeah, they find all the food.
Yeah, but kind of hint at it at the there's no way that 14 people got off that boat. The ships, they call the ship's boat. They kind of do like a little maritime deal. But they're like, there's no way 14 people got off that boat on one ship, let alone left all this stuff. And I don't...
And there's one
Hang on,
part I started to remember. There's one part I did jump at
What was that?
when the guy just attacks Jane. That
Oh, yeah. Where he's in the kitchen.
yeah, when he's in the kitchen, the guy just jumps,
Yeah.
and I jumped at that part too because I remember that part actually did scare me because I was so not expecting him to appear there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're about to get to that too. Because what did you think of the nobody escaped reveal?
What do you mean
When they were talking in that bay and they're like, how did they escape? And Mal's like, nobody escaped. And they all point up to the bodies.
Yeah,
hanging.
oh my god, that was so creepy. You see
That
all
was
the
a
bodies
good reveal.
hanging
And like,
on the ceiling right there.
yeah, and you like really get a sense of the brutality of the Reaver.
Yeah, it was very gruesome.
Like you wait till you actually see him and stuff. Oh my god, it's crazy. And like you were talking about the jump scare with Jane, and Mal punches him, pulls him out, and it's like Simon's just like, "Oh yeah, that's a big guy, all right." Jane's like, "He looked a lot bigger in the dark."
And he like tried to pretend that he wasn't scared at all.
I know, right? I know. It's oh man, Jane just has. Jane's one of those guys that like you hang out with. It's like, why do you hang out with that guy? He's the guy with that personality that you just kind of like. He's your shits and giggles guy.
Yeah.
Because you know he's gonna say something, do something funny that you can sit and poke him with a stick about for a while. And the just like, I don't know, the way they built it up, like he built the reveal up for the fact of, because you could tell Mal knows something's going on. He knows more than what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, yeah, I know what that was. And then once he reveals Reavers, man, Jane just bitches out. He's like, no, that's not what it was. So it's like, yeah, now we know. Because, you know, Mal keeps that face, man. He's got that captain's face. He keeps that stoic look of, I'm going to handle this. But he's hard to read, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And the build up with River, what did you think of that? With the voices, she's talking. It's whenever she's like, they're crying, they're all crying. And Simon goes up to her and it's like, nobody's crying. And she looks at him and goes, they were.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good creepy moment. And then they find one guy.
Mm-hmm.
We
The
talked
guy.
about. They found the guy. Mal knocks him out, right?
Yeah, they knock him out and they bring him into the ship. I remember.
Yeah. And then what did you think of what Mal said about just, I may as well put a bullet in his...
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping they would just kill him, but they didn't. They just they took him into the like infirmary, like the
Yeah, they lock him in the
infirmary.
infirmary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Miles just like dose him. It's like knock this dude out.
Yeah.
And like what at this point, I gotta ask, at this point in watching it, have you developed a favorite character?
No, I haven't developed a favorite character yet.
You still haven't developed it. Man,
I
you're hard to please there, sir.
but I have been enjoying these 2 episodes. It's like, wow, I think this show is probably good as people say it is, because
Oh, it only gets better.
I noticed definitely got better, even with the acting.
The acting gets better, even better as they go, because you could tell a big difference between the first 2 episodes
Yeah.
and these 2 episodes. Like,
You
there's
could.
a stark difference. You could tell, people started upping their game,
Yeah.
and you could tell the production value kind of they start, because at this point, like in the process of making it, at this point they've seen what they've filmed and cut, edited and all that. They've seen that, so they're like, okay, we'll dump more money. So that's why, like, you see that production value kind of go up a little bit, and then goes up more, because at this point they've seen it and they're like, yes, okay, we can make money off that. So they may have thrown some acting lessons in too.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now, a little fun fact. Now, at this point, the Alliance shows
The what?
what
The Lions, yeah, they came out of
Yes,
nowhere.
The big Alliance ship. They're like, Reaver's back.
Yeah.
It's the Alliance. So, like, what did you think about all that? Like, what was in your mind?
And that was like an oh shit moment, because I didn't know they were going to come in.
Because at first you think the same thing they do. It's like, Reavers, oh God. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe something a little bit worse.
Yep, it had to be the Lions. And I was wondering, how the fuck are they going to hide? I think it's...
All the foods and stuff.
Yeah.
Or Simon and River, too.
Yeah, Simon and River. How the hell are they going to hide them?
Hey, he did the best plan ever. You take what you actually stole, you put it out in the open, because you know they're going to be looking for that. So
Yeah.
why hide it when it's just like, hey, look, there it is. So, now, a little fun fact. Those purple uniforms, the purple belly uniform, the Alliance uniforms,
Yeah.
those are actually the uniforms from Starship Troopers.
Wait, you mean the movie?
Yeah, the Space
Really?
Alien movie. Yeah, that's the same uniforms from Starship Troopers. They just painted them purple.
Oh.
They got found in storage, and they were like, hey, that works for space armor, right? Well, yeah, actually, apparently it does, twice. So that's kind of something I just remembered from being a little fanboy. All right.
I'm looking
Who
it
was
up.
your favorite interview? When they sat them all down individually and interviews them?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a favorite one?
I think I don't remember which one was my favorite.
You're
but-
having trouble. All right, Wash points out like everything he loves about his wife. The wife Zoe is like, yeah, I fought in the war. I fight with other people. He's like, and your husband? I fight with him sometimes too. And then of course Jane's just sitting there like, yeah, what? Not saying nothing.
Yeah.
And Kaylee's just going off because they call Serenity a hunk of junk.
I think that's the one I did like, Kaylee's interview.
I love the Wash and Zoe flip-flop going between them two where he's like talking about her legs and her butt and it's going back. And Zoe's just like, oh, yeah, I don't see how it's any of your business.
I actually found the image that shows that it's they just painted it purple for the Starship Troopers.
Yep. The helmets are the big giveaway. It's really the
I
helmets.
can see it now.
If you don't really know which, because they recycle things like all the time, And if you don't really know what you're looking for, they're easy to miss.
Wow.
Now, another one, because you need to at least go back to this spot in the series, in this episode, and watch it. Now, when they're searching the ship like crazy, they're looking for 2 adult people, right?
Yeah.
When it pans out from the dining area to the outside of space, if you look in the windows, these Alliance soldiers are flipping placemats on the table. Not once, not twice, but 3 of them. Looking for 2 adult people.
Okay.
Are flipping doily placemats on a table. I kid you not. I don't know how people would hide under a doily placemat on a table, but apparently they thought they could. It's what you call extras with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Or extras with no direction. You know how you see like extras who like really look out of place? They basically like either A, didn't listen, or B, didn't really receive solid directions on what to do.
Yeah, I know. They're standing all over the place.
Yeah, so they're just kind
I
of...
see the
so
pictures
you got like
here.
three,
Oh
you
my
get 3
God.
guys flipping placemats, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And y'all won the war, how? Like, that just, that blew my mind when I noticed it. And I think I didn't notice it until like the second time watching it. And I turned to my sister, because I got my sister and my brother-in-law to watch it.
Yeah.
And I turned to her and I said, you realize they're flipping freaking placemats, looking for 2 full-grown adults. You don't know what to say. And then you enter the big confrontation. All right. So at this point, Mal's being interviewed.
Yeah.
Right? Reveals that, he's going to become one of the Reavers. And then they kind of like, they take his handcuffs, put him in front of him, and they're like, okay, you go first. He's like, oh yeah, I got the advantage. So
Yeah.
what did you think? Like, that scene I thought was built up really well, because not only does he hide the fact of the TAMs, yeah, and like, what did you think of that whole scene, that whole part?
I mean, because I was kind of surprised that they hide River and Simon outside the ship.
Yeah, I thought that was really clever. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because I thought that they were going to eventually find them. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, where did they actually hide them? And it's like, they actually hide them outside the ship.
And yeah,
And I was like,
outside in spacesuits.
And I was surprised, like, maybe like no one from the Alliance, like the big ship, will actually see them hiding on top of the Serenity ship.
That's the problem with big ships like that, is you can't watch everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right under your nose. Like, just like he's like, hey, we'll just put it right under their nose. And did the same thing with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when they got, because remember when Simon and River they went back into the ship. They went in.
Oh yeah.
And Mal was getting closer to where they were.
Yeah. River reminds me of my wife sometimes because like they get in, when they just get in the ship, and she's just like, again. It so makes me think of my wife, because she's that same type of person. It's like she would be out there just gazing and wondering. They'd be like, again. It's like, yeah, you realize we're in impending danger here, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. It's like, okay, why not?
Oh my God, the suspense was killing me there, because I was just like, oh my God, they're gonna find them.
Yeah, and he just kind of like turns that corner, looks, and he just kind of gets them to go somewhere else, and then the lucky distraction. Out pops the survivor guy killing people.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just...
And then you get to see his face.
Oh my God, his face was disgusting looking. It was just like
that was
cuts all over and like blood and
then he had like that big old hole in the side of his cheek.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just looked like a half. And not only that, they mentioned before he already split his tongue in half with a scalpel.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Trying to charge Mal with like torture. So yeah. All right. How did you find the ending? What did you think of that ending? Did you Were you satisfied with that ending?
Yeah, I was satisfied with the ending of the episode.
Mal at the beginning just tells them that they should the Alliance guys that they should blow up the ship, and they're like, yeah, we wouldn't do that. That's destruction of evidence. Well, the end of it, they blow up the ship, and they keeps the cargo and lets the Serenity go. Or Serenity, sorry.
Yeah, they decided to let it go once the Reavers started attacking everyone.
It's like, well, you saved us. We're kind of going to let you go. And yeah. So I thought that was a pretty satisfying ending to that whole episode. Because, like, you got closure on every level.
Yeah.
And it kind of became like that whole, like, we went to war together and survived, so it's just kind of like two enemies had to line up, and you go your way right now, I'll go mine.
Yeah, because they got the shit scared out of them with the Reaver.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. You have that big ship with all those Alliance people on them, right?
Yeah.
Like all these head, shoulders, knees, and toes. All these soldiers... all these soldiers, like, on there, but, like, they're scared, man. Like, you have basically the equivalent of an aircraft carrier of soldiers, of army-style soldiers.
Yeah.
And they're scared of one of them.
Yeah, just one guy that looks creepy as hell.
Like, and they travel in packs. That's the thing. Is like they'll travel in packs and just like decimate large towns and stuff. So if they're that scared of one, and that's what one of them can do, imagine what a whole pack of.
Yeah.
So these guys, and I had told you a little bit about them before.
Yeah.
And now
I had no idea.
Seen the review. Yeah, it's hard. And
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see more of them later on.
Yes, you will. And they pull a great maneuver called the Barn Swallow. Okay. You'll see what it is. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Wait, no, was that the movie?
I don't know.
After we do the show, we got to do the movie.
Yeah, we got to do the movie after the show, of course.
Yes, that was the movie. It was the movie. They pull the Barn Swallow.
Oh,
but
I haven't seen the movie.
Another good one. They do pull another good one, though, that you'll see. Oh, man, now I can't remember which one was the movie and which one was on the show. Well, great.
Oh, great. So
I swear I had a mind at one time, but I lost it, and I just never looked for it. I was like, who needs it?
Yeah.
All right. Now we get number 4, Shindig.
All right, Shindig.
And I've got a lot more on this one. And this one has a great line from Mal that just is super quotable in the right situation.
All right, I'm going to read the summary for Shindig.
Let's do this.
It says, in order to secure a job transporting cargo off-planet for a client, Mile attends a social event where a dance with Anara leads him to be challenged to a sword fight in defense of her honor. That's
and we get a cowboy in a sword fight.
Oh yeah, this one of the, oh my god, this is my favorite episode so far, to be honest.
This is one of my favorite, like, more loose kind of, not drama. Out of Gas is my favorite dramatic episode, but this is one of my, like, there's one more that I know you're gonna like better than this one. But it's pure comedic.
Yeah.
But this one, at this point, this one is a great, just all-around episode.
Yeah, I agree. And, it's in the beginning where they start playing pool.
Yes.
And they made the weird sound effects where they actually touching the pool balls, like
the hologram pool balls.
Well, the funny thing is that I know they were actually playing with real pool sets, is they just made it pretend that it was a hologram.
Yeah.
It was
that's
so
actually really
weird.
It's a really easy green screen trick, and you're doing it on a pool table at that.
Yeah.
But it's neat because, it messes up, and the bartender points out not responsible for...
because
failure.
Yeah, because when the full game is over, they just disappear. I'm like, yeah, they edit that.
Oh yeah. Well, Joss Whedon is really good about mixing practical and special effects.
Yeah,
Like that's why like his Avengers movie and stuff like that were so good because he's really good at mixing those, and he really knows how to do it and do it in a creative way without sucking you out like some special effects do. You're watching it and you're like, oh, this is so great, and then all of a sudden something happens and you're like, yeah, that's just no.
and once again, a fight starts to happen.
Okay, did you actually think that they would take up slave trade?
No.
Because that's what they were discussing in the bar, talking about, yeah, you can get slaves. Mao decides, robs them. Oh, he won't notice till he goes to get another drink. Heavy drinker, that one.
Yeah.
Bah. That was a really good fight, too. I thought that was a really good fight.
Yeah.
Like, they choreographed that really well. And then the one guy, when they go out, that he throws against the mirror.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then you get another one of Wash's great jokes when they're going in what they call atmo. You know, they're landing in the atmosphere. He's like, you got this? Like, yeah, if I don't crash and kill us all.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like his character. The dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Oh, man. Like, as far as a comedic character, that is such just a great opening for a comedic character.
Yeah.
Like, I'll still randomly quote that to people. They'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? And my wife would be sitting there going, just like laughing.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta ask you, what do you think of Wash's character?
I really don't know yet, because...
I mean, he's still kind of mainly comic relief.
Yeah, because I don't think...
He gets a good episode where you get to really know the character. Wow, I just made a pun. Wait till you watch it and you'll get it. And then the weird exchange between Anara and Mal when she's checking out clients. That one guy.
She got the client named Allerton Wing, and he was like really freaking. It's Atherton. Okay,
Atherton Wing. Yes.
I mean, 'cause the thing is, Mom was just like jealous in a way, and like, Anar noticed it, but he tries to like pretend that he's not jealous.
Oh, I was totally like, you should just dye that guy's hair freaking blonde and call him Chad. You could totally tell he was just douchebag. And then you had the message before that. If you would if it would be my honor to date me or date you, if you would do that, you would do my honor such great honor. I was like, oh, dude, such a 90s dating video.
You always
like this.
Go ahead.
That's what you think of when you see, you think of like 90s video dating services. It's like, oh my.
Yeah, and when he landed on First Throne, the planet.
Persephone.
Persephone.
Yeah, it was Persephone.
And you see Kaylee looks at a fluffy pink dress.
My wife loves that dress. She's like, oh, it's so pretty.
It looks so... It was like very over exaggerated, and
it was so over the top. But it was kind of like that. You look at the town too; it's kind of like that little prairie town type thing too. So it's over the top, but it fits.
Yeah,
it's such a strange blend. I don't know. It's so weird. And Zoe's like, I like black and slinky.
Yeah,
and then Wash is like, I could do black and slinky. Captain, can I have some money to buy her black slinky dress? I love his comment.
And it was funny how Mao was being such a dick, saying like, no, you shouldn't buy that dress.
Yeah, what are you gonna do in that dress? You look like a sheep on its hind legs hopping around that empty room.
I was like, God damn, can she just wear the dress that she wants to wear?
Jane comes back with the best.
Yeah.
Looks like she's mad.
Yeah.
And he just looks at him like, really, dude? Freaking really?
Yeah,
Oh
and
my god, is she mad? And then you get the great reveal. Badger returns.
yeah, Badger returns. I did not think that we'll see Crawley again.
Another Crowley. It's funny because when my wife watched Firefly, she's like, "There's Crowley." When I watched Supernatural, because she got me into Supernatural, like I love it. It's big time.
Yeah.
And she got me into Supernatural, and I'm like, "Oh look, there's Badger." And he got that really good line of dialogue about getting invites and diamonds and testicles, and he's like, "I got my hand on a pair," and they're all laughing because it sounds like he's talking about he got his hand on a pair of testicles.
Yeah.
They're just like, and he's like, "Invites." He plays like the grumpy. Have you seen him in Doom Patrol?
And yeah, I did see him in Doom Patrol.
He plays somebody who knows Constantine.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the Constantine replacement, basically. I know because they apparently said that he was in the comic books, but he was just like a fill-in for Constantine. Like he was supposed to be like,
Yeah.
he was supposed to be Constantine, but they made another character that has the same personality but different name.
You notice, like, and he's really good at it too, because if you ever like watch interviews with him, he's super nice.
Yeah.
He's got that gruffy voice and stuff, but he's like super nice. And like things I've read about people that have met him were like, he's like one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. But man, he can pull off a gruffy, just like, harumph guy.
And
like, he really wears that like well.
He could definitely be the Constantine replacement for that show, so he doesn't have to actually, like, they don't actually have to have Matt Ryan in that one, because I know it's a separate universe, so it'd be, like, perfect to have him as Constantine.
Yeah. Because,
like, character.
like, is Constantine, I swear I know English. Days, maybe. Is Constantine going to stay on Legends?
Yeah, he's staying on Legends.
Okay, he's staying on. Thank God. I love his portrayal of Constantine. I know we're kind of sidetracking, but he is a great Constantine. Keanu Reeves would have been a great Constantine, except they kind of they took the comic books and said, "Oh, look, source material," and threw it aside. Alone, it's a great movie, but if you look at the context of the source material,
I enjoyed the movie for what it was, but comparing it to the source material, it's like, I don't know. It really doesn't compare.
You had the actor for it. You had him, and you toss aside this source material. But like you said, though, for what it is, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It was an interesting take on that character.
Yeah. I think so.
All right. So the party starts.
Yeah, after they make another deal with Badger, right? They made another...
After they make the deal with Badger to go to the party to try and secure a job.
Yeah.
Carrying something off.
So yeah, you see Anara meets up with she's with the guy that the client,
the Atherton, yeah.
Atherton. And they go to this like metal detector that was so freaking weird. The way that they demonstrate.
The gun scanner was interesting. Like that was a really cool effect.
Yeah.
That was a really cool effect.
Yeah.
What did you think about the whole Anara leaving Serenity?
Oh, I didn't think she was gonna leave, to be honest.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. But, it's just like you kind of stop and think about it, though. It's like, what would it be like without her there, though?
Yeah, it'll be very weird.
Because, like, her and the Shepherd are kind of like the kind of pushing moral, which you see in the last episode when he's talking about we should go and pray for him, blah, 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 with the derelict.
Yeah.
And you can see he's kind of the moral compass going on.
Uh-huh.
And Anara is kind of like the other one that knows how to manipulate Mal just right.
Yeah, she knows how to tame him.
Yes, absolutely. Like and you can totally tell there's...
Yeah.
And the floating chandelier effect.
Oh, yeah. I was not expecting that. I was like, what the hell?
That was amazing. I loved that floating chandelier effect because the way it just kind of, I don't know, it like ebbed and waned and just kind of like wrapped around it. It was so weird. It's like a Morbius strip effect.
Yeah.
Kind of hypnotizing thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was just really neat.
Yeah.
And what did you think about Mal whenever he actually popped after?
When he came with Kaylee with the fluffy dress.
Oh yeah, that I'm skipping ahead way too fast. Oh my gosh, because
yeah, I was like, ha ha, she got to wear the dress. I was laughing at Mao because he hated.
Oh God. Yes, Captain Tight Pants.
He was so mad that she got to wear the dress.
Well, actually, he was just like, yeah, she looks beautiful, but don't tell her. But like, yeah, and they're looking for the guy, and it's like, what about that over there, Kaylee? That's the buffet table. Well, we won't know if we don't go question it.
Kaylee was, I don't know, but maybe Kaylee's one that starts to be my favorite character. God damn it.
And the dude who walks up and defends her with the 3 girls. Why it must have taken it's like, I can't remember the exact number, but 30 slaves, 30 nights to put that dress on.
Yeah.
Well, from what your daddy tells it just takes the wink of a schoolboy to get it off. Kaylee just looks at him like, what? Because they're like teasing her.
Yeah,
man.
Oh God, those girls are so brutal to Kaylee.
Oh yeah, total mean girls, man. Total mean girls.
Yeah,
it's
criticizing her for the dress.
It's like, I shouldn't, but I want something really bad to happen.
Yeah.
It's bad too, but for some reason, I don't feel bad about one. Because like Kaylee is just so sweet.
Yeah, she is a sweet girl.
She's just total just sweetness.
Yeah.
And then, another thing I was going to bring up, the scene in where Wash and Zoe were in bed, because it cuts to it in the middle of all this other drama.
Yeah.
And how they're joking around.
Oh, yeah, they were joking around. That was real funny what Wash was saying to Zoe.
Oh, yeah, about being dead.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not quite as beautiful being all dead and bloatified. That's how like me and my wife are. We're the same exact way. Like that's how we kind of mess with each other and so like those two characters, how they get along. And just like me and her watch it, and she's always like, "Oh, that's like us." I was like, "Yeah and no."
Oh my God, that was kind of funny. How they...
where was that? Oh, okay. At this point, oh shit, hang on. Oh yeah. So Atherton comes up. Mal meets the guy.
Yeah, he meets. Mal meets Alton.
And he meets the guy looking to ship the cargo. I can't remember his name. I guess I probably should have wrote it down, but I don't have enough paper.
His name is Harold, I think.
It's like.
I think his name is Harold.
No, it's like this long, like Sir blah 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 or Harrelton. Because something whatever. It's like long. It's like British royalty style now.
Oh.
And it's like Harrelton or
Yeah, because I see in the fan Wikipedia it says Harold, Harrow.
Harrow. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Harrow.
Okay, yeah, Harrow. Okay, it was like it's this weird like British style.
Because his first name is Warwick.
Warwick. Okay.
Harrow.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah. Yes, Sir Warwick Harrow. Oh.
So he Atherton comes over and they're all like mixing it up, and Atherton gets really jealous, and so does Mal.
Yeah.
Over Honora. And so Mal does what Mal does and punches him.
Oh God.
So apparently in that society, that outcast of society, it means you've challenged them to a duel.
Yeah.
Not a gun duel, a sword duel. Yeah, Mal's ready for that.
Oh, you know what was funny when Kaylee is with a whole bunch of guys after she starts eating the buffet.
Oh, yeah, and she's like all getting along with him about the engines and stuff. Like, I thought that was great. I was like, cool.
Yeah, and the girls
She's
are
like,
so
she
jealous.
finds your place. Oh, yeah. She like finds, and this dude's like, would you dance? And they're like, no. Piss off. We're talking to her. It's like, piss off. We are talking to her. Go away.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Puppy Chewy. He's going to start.
Yeah, so they challenge Mal into a duel with Allerton.
Yeah, and so they basically lock Mal up in a room
Yeah.
overnight so he doesn't run away. And the guy who he's getting the deal from agrees to be his second, which means Mal the duel, the guy takes his place.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing on this I have to point out. The doors.
The what?
Do you remember the doors where you carry the knob and you put it on the door?
Yeah, that was really
And it
fucking
lights-
weird.
I was like, that is awesome. I want one. I want 20.
You want a
20.
knob that can open any kind of door?
No, but like they're coded. That's the thing, is they're coded.
Yeah.
So you just carry and you just boop. So imagine how easy. Well, I mean, you're carrying a big. Well, it wasn't really that big, but you got a little ball that. Hey, if you don't want anybody to get in there, you can just stash the thing away. Hey.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really cool, especially how it lights up too.
Yeah.
It's like boop, bloop. So, but like I don't know why that just fascinated me, but it did. I'm easily amused.
Yeah. And then on Serenity, you see Simon, Brooke, and Jane playing a toy card, like a
the
card
plum,
game. Yeah.
It's called Tall Plum or something, a plum something, or I can't remember what it's called, but it actually has a name.
Yeah.
And they're doing for chores, and then River has that freak out.
Yeah, River she gets freaked out,
And Jane does Jane and takes out of other people's chore piles.
yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, she starts.
She just starts rambling.
Yeah, she starts playing with the cans, and there's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
she takes out all the labels, and
Yeah.
after they calm
Jane's
her
just
down,
like, you better do something about your sister. It's like starts grabbing at everybody's chore pile.
yeah, and then what is it? What's Ron Glass's character's name?
Oh, the shepherd.
Yeah, Shepard. He was
Shepard,
like,
but-
"Oh, we have a few surprises. We have a little."
We'll just have we'll have some mystery meals.
Yeah. It was so funny how he said that. Oh my god.
Like, man, I'm so sad that he died. He was such a good actor. Like he played that character flawlessly.
Yeah, I do like his character in this show.
All right. So at this point, Badger goes onto the ship to prevent the crew from trying to help Mal escape.
Yeah.
And then they're all huddled up and they're playing the plum game.
Yeah.
And they're like, we need a diversion. And in walks River
Oh yeah.
and starts like trying to get in. And Simon's stopping and Badger's like, what's going on here? Which Badger has a massive Cagney accent.
Yeah.
Now, what did you think of Summer Glau's Cagney?
Oh yeah, that was perfect. I'm like,
I
wow.
know,
She can
right?
actually do more than her typecast roles.
Oh, yeah, man. I was like, wow, that's just... Because, like, I went out with someone who had schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And she would have episodes like that. And it's part of it. Like, she does those little episodes so perfect. And then she did the Cagney accent. I may be saying that wrong and we'll get like, oh my God, no. But if I'm saying it wrong, tell me how terrible I am in the comments. But we're interacting.
Yeah.
But like she just pops right in it. And I was pretty amazed. And I love how it's like, good to see someone from the old world. And she's like, no, not really. Let me know when someone interesting comes. I was like, oh, geez, that's a burden.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting her to like change her personality out of nowhere and just
Oh, yeah.
start
I
speaking
mean,
with
but
that
you have to
accent.
think about it, though. All she has to do is try to do something, and she's great at it.
Yeah,
So
it
once
showed
you
her
go back and
acting
remember
skills.
that, oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. She's been in there's a series that came out on Netflix called Wu Assassins, and
Oh,
she has
that's
a
a
small
new show. I
part in it.
haven't watched it yet.
It's good. It
Okay,
gets a little cheesy at times, but it's good. It's worth it.
okay, I'll
But
check it
she
out.
has a small part in it. It's not
Okay,
a very big part, and she does that role. So I mean, like she's done a lot of sci-fi stuff. It's same as the chick who played Kaylee, and the chick who not chick, and the guy who played Simon. The guy who played Simon and the chick who played Kaylee actually played a couple on an episode of Eureka.
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a sci-fi fanboy.
Oh, I haven't
Worst
seen. I
things
never
happen.
saw Eureka.
It is good. It is actually really, really good. I watched it and I got my wife to sit down and watch it with me. And she started it and couldn't stop till she finished.
Oh, so yeah.
All right.
Um,
So morning comes
and then they
and we
have
get the
the
sword fight.
yes, the sword fight. Oh, oh yeah. What we there was one scene that we forgot
Oh,
when Mao when Inara was helping Mao to
oh,
the sword fight. I mean the
yeah, teaching him how to sword fight.
Yes,
That was a good exchange. That was a good exchange.
because once again she calmed his thickness down.
And he's like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, and she just like touched his hand and put the sword in the right direction.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we have to go back on the ship. And Simon's like, he knows how to use a sword, right? And Zoe's like, he knows which end to hold, I think. So it's just like, oh, this is going to go. You already know this is going to go bad.
Yeah.
And it does start out bad.
Yeah, it does start really bad. Like I was thinking that Miles gonna lose.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Because, I mean, you can tell, and he gets all cocky, and it's just like, yeah, he doesn't even know he's being toyed.
Yeah.
And he does Atherton does the oldest sword duel trick in the book.
Yeah.
Piss him off, get him to charge, behind the back,
Yeah.
nice little stab. Gets him a few times, cuts him, stab.
Because it's funny because Anaro told him he was gonna fuck up on that sword charge, and he did.
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful. Because, I mean, he was going for strength moves. You can't... You've got to mix it up. You can't just go all strength. You've got to be fast. You've got to know when to strike hard, when to strike fast. And Mal was pretty much just I got a hammer, so everything's a nail approach.
Yeah.
And
He got real cocky with it.
oh yeah. Oh well, I mean, come on. Of course he did.
He's a dick.
And
Good.
he comes off as a dick
Yeah, I know.
very easily.
But you know what's funny? I thought Atherton was more of a dick than Mao.
You thought what now?
That Atherton, I thought he was much more of a dick than Mao.
doubt.
Yeah, because
No doubt.
you could tell who's more of a dick than the other. They was like actually showing that, and I liked how they demonstrated that in this episode.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just like Jane. It's like Jane is a total dick asshole, but he has his moments.
Yeah.
So you're like, Okay, okay. And Mal's kind of the same way, you know. But
Yeah.
he kind of has a different responsibility. Whereas this is my family, but it's my job to keep them safe. So I can't always be their friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to take being a captain over being family
Mm-hmm.
to protect my family.
Yeah.
But Atherton, nah, he's just a spoiled little.
Yeah,
He's-
it's a spoiled
he's-
brat.
He's just a plain old spoiled dick.
Yeah. Okay.
He's-
That's a good way to describe it.
He's that good old British spotted dick that you left in the fridge for too long. Just plain old spoiled, sir.
Yeah, so Atherton gets distracted, right?
No, well, okay, here's, they start dueling, and Atherton gets the upper hand and breaks Mal's sword.
Yeah.
And actually gets the upper hand, and then, yes, he gets distracted because Inara says, I'll stay.
Yeah, she says, I'll stay. And
It's like,
then,
if you don't kill him, I'll stay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mao takes advantage of that opportunity and just,
He takes the hilt and just, like, brass knuckles him.
yeah.
Just pop. And picks up the broken end of the sword, throws it, hits him in the shoulder. Awesome shot, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And picks up Atherton's sword.
Yeah.
Now comes the best part, or a great part of the episode,
Yeah.
with a greatly quotable quote. They tell Mal, you've got to kill him. It's a shame. And Mal looks at him, at Atherton, and says, mercy is the mark of a great man. Then stabs him. Well, I'm good. Stabs him again. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Drops the sword, turn around, and walk away.
Yeah.
That moment, I was just like, Mal, you are my spirit animal. It's like, I'm not going to kill you,
Yeah, he didn't
but
kill him.
I'm going to mess you up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't have to stab him. I know, but it was fun. And then Atherton's like, oh, you're not gonna get any business. And Inara turns around and puts that final nail in the coffin. That's not how it works. You're being blacklisted. No companion will come within 100 yards of you. And the guy with the job is like, well, now you're just gonna have to rely on your good look or your charming personality and your good looks to get women. Good luck with that. Like, it was just, oh man, they gave great all around justice, and it's just everybody got their turn.
Yeah.
And Mal gets the job,
Yeah, he gets a job from Harold.
and him and Inara have a nice little talk, and apparently it turns out that the job was shipping cows.
Yeah.
Cattle shipping.
Oh, yeah,
So
we
the
saw
next one.
We saw the
next
whole
one,
bunch
they're
of
gonna be
cows.
selling it. Whole bunch of cattle. And the next episode will pick up right where that one left. Well, pretty much where that one left off. Take it.
Yeah, they forced Badger's men to leave the 70 shift.
Well, Badger's men just kind of like, they're like, once Mal wins and comes back, he's like, hey, y'all are the most worthless crew ever. And they just kind of like, yeah, piss off. They just kind of leave.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to worry about it anymore. So, hey, everybody makes money.
Yeah.
Which Badger, man, Badger's a wonderful, just kind of, he's not really a bad guy, definitely a shady guy, but he's not a nice guy either. So he's
Yeah.
a really good character that I like a lot, and I want his hat. I love bowler hats, damn it. I don't care what anybody says. I love bowler hats.
Yeah.
All right, so far, like, what's your ranking of this series so far?
Well, I gave, I think I give the third episode a 7, and then I think I give the Shindig a 8 because I really did like that
All
one.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, I like your style.
I don't know if I gave scores for the other first 2 episodes, but
You didn't, but that's all right. I just thought like that would be kind of a good one because that means we have to remember
I think
to ask you about those.
because I wasn't
I think
really,
that's a good little.
I was really unsure about the first 2 episodes.
See, yeah, and like I told you, it can be a bit of a rough start,
Yeah,
but once the ball starts rolling on it, the story starts rolling out, and the characters start fleshing out.
yeah,
Man, it gets great. It just gets better.
yeah. I think I'll give the all episode 7.5 and give this one an 8.5. Yeah, I think
Hey.
yeah, because I know wait a minute, the last episode was a bit much better than that. Yeah,
Yeah. Like the first episode, it's once you start getting into the characters and the story, the first episode is really important.
yeah,
It's kind of that episode. It's like, oh, I've got to sit through this just so everything else kind of makes more sense.
yeah,
But then once you get through it and you start actually, it's like making a character in a tabletop role-playing game.
yeah,
It's like whenever you're first starting to learn, it's like you got to learn how to do all this stuff. But then once you actually learn how to do it, then it starts really getting fun. It's kind of like that.
yeah,
And but it becomes worth it. I think at this point you can see why, because Joss Whedon had come off of Buffy
yeah,
not long before this came out.
yeah. He did
Buffy
an Angel. Yeah.
and then there was another show he was doing at that around that time
Oh.
that he come off of, and yeah, so he was kind of riding high. Which Joss Whedon, I can't really, except for his involvement in Batman v Superman.
No, it wasn't. It was Justice League. He was in. That was Batman v
Was it Justice
Superman.
League?
It was Justice League because
It was
Zack
Justice
Snyder
League?
did
Okay.
Batman v Superman.
That's right, because Zack Snyder had that family thing, emergency thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
and then,
daughter had passed away, so he
Yeah.
had to go deal with the
That's
aftermath
when you
of his
know
daughter's
something's
death.
bad.
Yeah.
That's when you know a movie is bad. Joss Whedon couldn't save it.
I thought I enjoyed it.
It's just like Constantine. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it was not what it could have been.
Yeah, people were expecting for it to be like something more, because it ended up being it ended up being the opposite of what people were expecting.
That was studio interference.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they did what they had to do because
right there at the end of it, after they were making it, right there at the end of it, they were like, no, we're changing direction. We're reshooting a bunch of scenes, changing the whole direction of the movie, and that's what they did. And so the original movie, I think, would have been really good, the original script and film setup, story plot line and all that. And then at the last minute, they were like, no, because of executive decisions, they were kind of copied.
Yeah, I don't think they finished the original film though. I think it was incomplete, and they decided to change direction and film the reshoot. The rest.
It was something like that, or they had shot most of it and they were doing parts of editing. I know there were parts of editing that were going on because they had to go back and re-edit it, the color toning of the entire thing. So
yeah, because I remember when they talk about the Snyder cut, there's like some scenes that weren't shot. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. You are absolutely correct.
Because I think that's why they haven't released
this.
Go ahead.
Oh, because they weren't able to actually piece the entirety of it together, and because he made the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Like Zack Snyder put it together. It's just they won't release it, from what I've heard.
Oh, because I heard that it is an incomplete film. That's why they haven't released it.
Yeah, he said it was incomplete. If I'm not mistaken, his cut was incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of cobbled it together, like kind of Bruce Lee style. What?
Bruce Lee style what?
His last movie where he died really
Oh,
early into the filming, and they used doubles and like only a little bit of what he actually used. It was a mess.
oh. I didn't. I
Yeah.
don't remember that movie. The
It was the
Bruce
last
Lee.
one. It was Enter the Dragon,
Oh,
or was it? I don't know, and I can't remember but it was the last because he died while in the middle of filming his last picture,
oh.
and they used like a lot of the shots. They used stand-ins, and then they used some doubles for the back shots
I didn't know
and
that.
things like that. Yeah, yeah, and
Cause,
they actually only used a small percentage of what Bruce Lee actually filmed for the movie.
cause you know the funny thing that the same thing happened to his son for the Crow movie.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah,
Yes, I love that movie.
yeah. Cause
If you've
they,
never read the comics,
I
read the
never read the
comics.
comic books. I only saw the movie. Cause I was so young when that movie came out. I actually saw it in theaters when it first came out.
I was teenager. I was around
Um,
like 17, 16, 17, I think.
yeah. I think I don't know when that Crow movie came out, but
1998?
it came in 1994.
Oh, God, I was a lot. I was like 12,
Yeah,
I believe. I was like 11. But yeah, I went and saw it in the movie as well.
yeah.
Yeah, because for like the next like 7 years, I was the Crow for Halloween. Like, I kid you not. Like,
Yeah.
that was when I would go up on one of the bands I had at the time. We would go up and play, and, like, I would do that style of makeup sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. I was one of those, like, this great movie. And then I read the comics. The comics are so much better, too.
All right.
But, all right. So, did we get enough?
Yeah, and I think I get the first two episodes like around 6.5 to 7, somewhere around there.
6.5 to 7. Yeah, the first two, like, I can understand them getting the lower rating. You know, around anywhere. If you go below a 4, you get my eye.
No, they weren't that bad.
But-
No, they
But
weren't.
up to, but I'd be willing to accept a 4 at the time. But once you see later episodes, if you're still giving it a 4, something's wrong with it.
No, because I don't think they were like, oh my god, the most terrible pilots I ever seen. Because I've seen worse pilots than that.
I had a few people that it took me a struggle to get them past the first episode. Like, it took me a struggle like 3 times of getting them to try and sit down and
Well, I think because the reason why I think I could manage it so well because I've seen worse shows than this.
yeah, it's just, I mean, honestly, the first episode is just basically mostly exposition
Yeah,
at the beginning.
and
It's a
the
lot of exposition just being laid out, and people are just like, okay.
and you get through the episode when it's like the final half hours like it gets it gets kind of enjoyable there.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
last half hour or the last
It's-
40
yeah,
minutes.
Well, it's about, well, yeah.
Because it was
about
a
last
2-part
half hour or
episode.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the scoring of the episodes. Go ahead.
All right. And if you find stuff, because we're going to be looking for something else next, man, because we're getting close to the end, so we got to figure out what we're going to do next.
Oh,
And if you wanna come up with the next one, hey man, you have the floor for it.
what for us? Because I know we're gonna do episode 5 and 6.
Right, I'm talking about after we get done with this series.
Yeah.
That way you get to pick out the next series. So
Oh,
make sure
okay.
you got it. Yeah, make sure you got it. What you gonna pick out, man?
I don't
Cause,
know. I'll see how it works out.
yeah. Till next time, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy our discussion about these 2 episodes. And tune on
Thank you,
for the
Cleveland!
next one. So,
Till next time.
yep. See you guys later.
Dun dun. All right.